Charlie, that was pool sex. It was my first time at the pool, but I realized that, come on, it was just the two of us, and I. My name is Ejinam. I'm preferred to be called Great Fire because it has a deep meaning. I will reserve it for today. Currently, I'm working on a lot of projects. The main one is Edis TV, which is an online channel, and then YouTube as well. So it's my focus for now. And then we all know that we are all fighting for the top up, so it's one of the little headaches. And I run Edis Express. It's all our online clothing shops and delivery service as well. So basically, in short term, that's Great Fire.
Okay, so Great Fire, we already know you from the class. Now, give some people some shout outs in the class. Just mention some names and let's go.
Ahmed, Alhaji, Teresa Asante, my personal fighter. it has been so since first year, and a lot. Montana, yourself, I have Jerry, Cash, Nadia, Najele, the guys. We have a champion, we have Nambu, we have generals of General Jackson. I think everybody. If I want to mention a name, I think I could mention everybody's name in class.
Okay, so now one name is missing, and the name is Mabel. How is Mabel doing?
Mabel is doing well. She celebrated her birthday quite recently. It was unfortunate I wasn't around, but I think birthdays, once we are alive, I think there are better days we could celebrate mega ones.
That is nice. So Great Fire, why are you in GIJ?
I realized that when I continue into journalism, I'll touch a lot of lives. I will be able to speak for the voiceless. I will be able to impact a lot of people. I will be able to stretch my arms across both the sick, the aged, the old, the young communities I have been to, places I haven't been. I think it's cool. I really, it was something I really sat down to think about to make a decision. So coming to GIJ wasn't something that people will say unplanned. I made a decision before coming to GIJ. So it's the reason I'm in GIJ.
So Great Fire, take us through your education, like where you started primary school. Just take us through your schooling process so far.
Okay, so I attended primary in GHS in Afram Plains, Eastern Region, TRC, and then St. James Primary in GHS. And then I furthered to Pando Secondary School, where I did general science for 4 years, and then later on I moved to Gen Institute of Journalism. I did journalism in general, and then here I am. I'm in GIJ to continue my education. So I haven't explored a lot of educational institutions, just one or two. Then I'm here.
You're a big time entrepreneur, and now you want to pursue journalism. Which of them is on a higher ground for you to pursue, and which one is on a lower ground for you to drop?
Well, business or entrepreneurship is communication. My senior brother once said that his money is in the pocket of his customers, but then he can't put his hand in their pocket and take their money. That he'll be termed as a thief or a criminal. So what he has to do is that convince his customers to patronize his business. So for me, and the media, journalism itself, the media itself is a business on its own. So for me, I'm not dropping any.
Now, Great Fire, before I remember very well when we started schooling, the Diploma 1. Now, before in the first week, you already had everybody's number. You were already the admin for the group, the class group, and then it was amazing. Now, I have two questions for that. Why did you do that? And then two, how did you do that?
Okay, so why did I do that? Is a question. One, I did that because I realized that people have problem accessing information, especially when they enter into new institutions. Okay, so I took my time, I read more about GIJ, I asked questions. When we came, I got closer to few people. I realized they were in the SRC, and then fortunately to my school son then was the External Affairs Commission, Michael Zah. So I had time to really think through that. So I just decided that, okay, if this is the case, let me take it upon myself to always get the first-hand information, so that people who are busy, people who cannot access the information on time, I could assist them. So I was looking everywhere on notice board. Even normal days, I have to come to campus sometimes to see what is happening, so that at least I can inform other people who don't have the access. And how did I do that? I created a group. During the registration time, I created a group, and then I sent the link to Michael to share in the group, so that students could join. So how, like, that is what I did it. And then the first day in class, I passed papers around. People wrote their names. So as they write the name, I keep saving the numbers, and then I keep adding them, because at the time I've realized that, yes, these are the people I'm going to be in class with. Finally, I've seen the people I'm going to be in class with, and I saved the numbers. I added everybody. So just after the first day class, I had gotten everybody to the platform, and I can see that I have everybody's number in the class saved on my phone.
So I would like to commend you on that journey. You did very, very well. Now we have two groups. Which one did you create?
The main platform that everybody is on,
where the hot seat happens.
Yes, where the hot seat. That is what I have created. That is the platform I created long even before we started class.
Now, Great Fire, some of your colleagues, including me, sometimes you think you are post-conscious. You are post. When I say post-conscious,
yeah, I understand. I get it.
Now, do you agree to that, or you have something to say about that?
Well, that is people's perception. Okay, in where our side of the world, whoever is always ready to serve is seen as, in quotes, Puskaya. But I have never seen myself like that. I always see myself as a servant to everybody, because for me, service to humanity, to me, is what I think makes as a sacrifice. So that is what makes me happy.
Yours is service to humanity, but not service to be the Lord. But you want to serve, but not to be the Lord over people.
Not at all. I always want to serve people. Always, sometimes I don't care the time you call me and you need my help. I'm always, if as long as I can, I'll always be available to give you that assistance.
Great Fire. So what is your relationship with Abena Sante?
Abena Sante has been just a colleague in class. We chat sometimes personally during the first year and stuff. But there are a lot of people have their own perception. We have been cool. We've been cool. Just that it's part of us. Sometimes we disagree to agree, then we move on. Personally, I don't think there's any relationship beyond anything that people think about.
So in Diploma 1, when we were about to do the when we were about to do the creative cave.
Yeah.
Now I remember very well. She was the one supposed to do the tree narration for us. Then all of a sudden it changed. What happened? What that instance? What really went on there?
I can't really recall, but I think that yes. I remember now. What happened was that I wrote every narration in Cree. I wrote everything in Cree. Then she was saying that what she told me was that she can't read Cree. So if I want her to do the narration, I should write it in English for her so that she translates it back to Cree. But I've already written the thing and typed it in Cree. And then so Esther was around, and Esther said, oh, Esther was cool. Esther could read the Cree I have written, and then she could understand and do the translation. So that is what really happened.
So, Great Fire, are you so far in GIJ talking about the people you've met, talking about the education you've gotten, and then the personal improvements? Are you impressed?
For me, I'm impressed. For me, I am impressed. If nothing at all, I have socialized, and for me, that is the key. I always say that nobody hangs their certificate around their neck, and whenever they go to work, even certificates are only sent as an evidence that you've participated in a particular course. So for me, every institution I have been, everywhere I've been, it's not about the certificate. It is about the people I meet. They are the people who are going to link me. I am here today because I met you at GIJ. I wouldn't have gotten the opportunity never on earth to meet you anywhere. But today, GIJ had made us one people. So for me, I am okay. I'm impressed. Even if I don't make the grades, I've made the people. I've met the people. They will connect me. I will connect them. If my business is big and they also have a big business they are running, they will run ads on me. My delivery service will run delivery service, will render services for them. The links that we have created will definitely link together. So for me, so far, so good. I'm impressed with it.
Relationship with Loretta.
Loretta is like a sister. It's like a mother. It's like a friend. It's like everything, because we vibe. We are cool. We talk. She bears my mom's name, Florence. So I think that we've been cool. I would say that Loretta is one of the first friends I made in GIJ.
Have you ever thought of Loretta sexually before?
No, not at all. Not at all.
When you say not at all, what do you mean? Isn't she attractive?
Loretta is attractive. She's loving. She's caring. Helped me. There was a point in time I wanted to exit the class page, but she said no. Come on, no, forget about those things. If you want to be among people will do all sort of things. But and since then I've been cool. I accept everything, and Loretta has been, for me, a source of inspiration to me as a person.
So Great Fire, let's come back a bit. It came as a shock when all we could hear was that you are the SLC vice president. That is huge. How did you get there?
Well, I'll say that I was recommended by David, course rep. He recommended me to Alima at the time, and then COVID came in. They met me several times in several meetings. I always tell them that for our class we are united front. Okay, even though if I want to accept her appointment or her wish or what she's requesting, I really need to get an approval from my class executives and stuff. And then I think Jerry also hinted me. For me, I wasn't aware of anything. Jerry hinted me that Alima had contacted her before Alima. Some other guys contacted. So one evening, one guy, Asha, called me that he wanted to meet me. I thought it was one of the normal boys chat. So when I got to the venue, there are a lot of guys there, and he said, "Okay, Charlie, this is it. This is what we have for you. We realized that you are good. You could be a good team player, a good team member." And then, so I came back. I informed the class. We had a class executive meeting. I informed them, "Okay, this is the offer." So I told Alima if you could still talk to course rep. At the time I didn't know Alima had contacted David, and David had recommended me. So I told her to talk to David and give me a feedback. She said, "Oh, I've already spoken with David. That is why your name came up." But I said, "Okay, still talk to him. He's my course rep. He is my course rep. I give respect to those things. So just talk to him and get back to me." He said, "Oh, I've spoken with David," and David said, "Okay, he knows I have good heart. I could serve." And then so for me, if I had gone far, I always tell David, anytime I mention it, he wants to put it in jokes and stuff, but he recommended me.
So talking about David, what is your take on David, his performance as a class rep, his performance so far? What is your take?
David is a fine gentleman. He's good. He had really done great. He had really done much. and yes, sometimes the two of us have disagreements on one or two things, but yes, we are, aside being people, we are guys, and guys would want to put things like, yes, we disagree, and the next moment we have to call each other, Charlie, this is the next step, what do you think we can do? And we talk about a lot of things. David is good for me. David had really impressed me. He had really worked. He's a good leader, he's a good team player. People may have their personal reservations, but yes, he had done what every leader is supposed to do. He has done everything.
On a more lighter note, Great Fire, you said David has done so well, right?
Yeah.
So you see, we have fine girls in the class. That's one girl to David. David girl back in class for now. Yeah, no, because David is single from what I know.
I can't choose for you. You know what you want. If you see it, okay, come on, guy, you gotta go for it. Simple, Charlie.
Okay, so Great Fire, let's come back a little bit. Okay. Assess the current government.
I don't blame the government. I blame Bank of Ghana because they are supposed to release the currency into the system so that we use them. The 10 pesos. 10 pesos, hardly would you see 10 pesos. Half of the 50 pesos there. The last time I poured my coins box, and I didn't even see 5 pesos in it. So the 5 pesos is totally off. The 1 CD is now some way, somehow. Either we don't know whether it is staying or it's going. But the 1 CD coin there is gone. You hardly see it once in a while. So for me, I won't blame just the government, but I think institutions should be blamed. Like when it comes to hardship, the Bank of Ghana is not releasing the denominations, the smaller denominations that will vary price of things. So if we are supposed to buy something 1 CD 10 pesos, now it should be 1 CD 20 pesos or 1 CD 50 pesos.
Now let's calm down. So assess the current government of the institution GIJ.
I can't really say much about them because I would sound biased if I want to talk about the current SRC. But yeah, posterity will judge, will speak well whether they really did well or they didn't do well. There is a saying in Akan that
so Great Fire, as short as possible. Now what happened? You were the vice president. All of a sudden we started seeing another name. Make it short. What happened?
I don't want to talk about that because the whole issue is in court for interpretation of the SRC constitution, and I would want, until that session is over, I don't want to talk about it.
So as we speak, you are no more the SRC vice president.
No.
How long were you in office when you were elected as the vice president?
Okay, it wasn't an election. I want to correct that. It was an appointment. Vetting committee sat and then decide that whoever had the highest mark will serve as the interim SRC executives. And I think we came into office 18th December 2020. I was there until March, February, March. So the experience is cool.
It was during your tenure that the popular demonstration where we had the lady talking plenty in English happened. What role did you play to curb that demonstration?
Well, I want to correct that. A lot of people have notion that it was us who engineered the demonstration. I want to say it here that we had no hands in the demonstration.
But you were the vice president at that time. So what did you do in favor of the students? So
the whole issue, I sensed it because I usually goes to academic affairs to see all the happening, to lodge complaints on behalf of students and staff, and then we had rolled out a policy that students who have issues with their paying of fees, students who are on scholarship, students who are on students loan should submit their names and details, their PIN to management. So they had submitted it to me. So the day I was going for the list for students who are on students loan, in a conversation it popped up that they were going to close down the portal, and then students who are unable to register will have to wait for them. I said no, at least they should give us 1 week. And then the person I was speaking with was they've given us a lot of time. I said no, the lot of time, the portal at the time was not working. So I think at least a week notice should be okay. So when I saw the letter, I it wasn't new to me. The only thing I said was, oh, how? So all that I said the other day, we didn't get any favor, or we were not listened to. So for me, I was shocked, but I wasn't surprised.
Politically, in the school, what are your plans politically with you in person? What is your plan?
Maybe it would be too early, but then for me, I'm coming back to stand as SRC executive, because the few days I spent in office, I realized that a lot of people who had served as SRC full time hadn't helped us, because we have student representatives at every level of management who could help students, who could serve students. So for me, when it comes to students politics, when I come back to top up as a new student, because I'll be admitted as a fresh student, as with new index number, but same person, same face. I'm coming back. It's not something I should disclose now, but I think I can't hide this from Montana TV or Edis TV or any of the students who would want to know my political ambition.
Now, Greyfire, let's lighten things a little bit. Greyfire, how has your relationship life been? How far is your relationship?
Well, I'm the close type. I hide. Montana, you've known me for at least 2 years now, and you know that I'm the type that, aside serving people, I keep a lot of things private. So I always want to have a close relationship with my relationships. Should always be close.
All right. So, Greyfire, have you had broken heart before?
Yeah, I have.
What happened?
Oh, Charlie, I would want to hold this for another time. I'm working on a book titled "The Night Before She Left." Well, it's been up and down, but I think that I'll say a lot of things there. Though I'll use inanimates to represent a lot of things. But Charlie, broken heart and depression, I felt so depressed to the extent that sometimes throughout the night I'll just be on bed, not wanting to talk to anybody, not really thinking of anything, but so much depressed. One night I felt like I wasn't fine, and I went to the hospital, and Charlie, it was bad. It was really bad.
Oh, nice. So between to you personally,
yeah,
between sex and communication, which of these two do you employ to make your relationship work?
Communication. I sometimes love sex, but communication is key. Communication in the sense that talking to your partner, at least if nothing at all, early in the morning, if you can't call the person, you leave a message. The person knows that you've really thought about them. Later in the afternoon, if you can call, you do. If not, you leave a message. Later in the evening, if you have time, you can call and have a chat. But personally, I love mixing it. I call you, I chat you. Sometimes we can be chatting, and I'll call you on a video call. We'll be doing video calls whilst we chat, and then we end the video call. We go back to normal calls. So and yeah, like
I like talking. How romantic are you? On a scale of 1 to 10, how romantic are you?
I can't rate my romance, because it's my partner who is the best person to say that, yeah, this is what this guy does and it's so unique. So I give equal time to people, but then that special one is always special. If it's time that I need to talk to her, at least I keep that time to her, talk to her. If we are supposed to chat with her. If she's around me, we just, sometimes I work on the phone. I do all my business transactions on phone, so sometimes I'll be on the phone some more, and then we chat and have time. And anytime I would want to be around you or something, or you want to be around me, I'll make the time for you. It doesn't matter the time.
So Greyfire, you said in your earlier submission that you love sex, right?
Yeah.
Now, have you paid for sex before? Yes or no?
No, not at all.
What is the longest journey you have ever traveled for sex?
Let's just quantify and say Kaneshi to where do you call this university? Valley View University area. Let's just take it.
So that is the farthest you've traveled for sex.
Let's say not. It wasn't because of sex, but then that is not really why I went anyway.
Now, great father, have you had this kind of sex that you realize that no, there is a God somewhere?
Charlie, that was pool sex. It was my first time at the pool.
God damn it!
It was my first time at the pool, but I realized that come on, it was just the two of us, and I really enjoyed the pool sex.
The weirdest place you've ever had sex?
That is the pool.
Great father, rumors have it that you have children. How true is it? Do you have a son?
Funny enough, no lady had ever told me she's even pregnant before.
So does that mean you are impotent? You can't.
I'm not impotent, but then
your pull-out game is good.
Not not my pull-out game, but then in as much as you are in a relationship, you should think about your partner. Okay, so sometimes it's not about your interest. Fine, I wish I had a child, or I wish I had children, or I wish I'm married. But then it's your partner's decision. Getting pregnant is solely a woman's decision. If you think your pull-out game is what is saving you, that is why you've not impregnated somebody, you are lying. It is the lady who is not ready. If a lady is ready now and you said I want to get pregnant for you, no matter your pull-out skills, just be the best skipper or whatever it is, best smart person, the woman will get pregnant.
So, Greyfire, what's your take on sex before marriage?
Well, sex before marriage, for me, I want to reserve that comment.
When it comes to personality, your business life, what does the future hold for you? How do you want your future to be?
Well, my future life, I usually plan myself. I program myself, or I have personal plan where I think everybody should have a personal plan, at least, if not anything, 2 or 3 years personal plan. So I have dedicated within my 5 years plan. I have school in the 5 years, finish my service within the 5 years, work on my business as I am working on it. Edis TV, Edis Express, Edis Wear. So Edis TV will cater for the media. Edis Wear will cater for men's, gents wear, and then Edis Express will solely work on deliveries. And I think by the time I'll be done with service, I should be able to achieve perfectly. I've already worked the Edis Wear and Edis Express is already in motion. The new baby born is the Edis TV, which I am working on. I think that I am not even working on Edis TV for myself as a personal business. I think I am working it for startups, people who start up. I realize that people who start up are the people who really need publicity, not the people who are already in the business. So that at least we encourage them to do more. So for the next 5 years, I think these are my plans. After 5 years, if you still have life, you will redraw new plans.
So, Gracefire, tell us a quote you live your life by.
I have striven not to laugh at human action, not to disperse them, not to undermine them, but to understand them, because everybody had a reason for which they do whatever they do.
Fathers, tell us about your. I know your dad is no more. May you so rest in peace. But when he was alive, tell us one advice that he gave you that really enlightened you, that gave you that realization to life.
Well, my father said a lot of things. I never realized them until his demise early this year in February. My dad said, "You are young. I know you meet friends who drink, who chill, but never drink outside. No matter even if you want to drink to the extent, get whatever drink you want to your house, open it, drink it. Even when you are drunk in your room. Nobody sees the other side of you." And I think it's one of the best advice, because I chill, but hardly will you see me drinking outside. Close friends who know me will know.
So, Great Fire, tell us about your greatest fear.
My greatest fear is waking up Monday to Sunday, going to one place every day. Every day I have to wake up and go to one office every day. Our system, I think, should be worked on and changed, that one person could work for 2 or 3 organizations.
So, Great Fire, let me ask you, talking about money, you were talking about 1,500, 600. So, you personally, as businessman as you are, what is the biggest money you've ever had in your account that you realize that, oh, this money is mine? How much?
Like 20,000 Ghana cedis.
You had 20,000 Ghana cedis
in my account. That's like 20,000. That is personal money, like 20,000 cedis in my account. I have had it. That's like 200 million before I started school. Yeah, that's how much.
So Great Fire, your take on religion. What is your take on religion? Do you have any doctrine? Do you have any personal sentiments on religion?
Well, I am religious. I'm a Catholic. But one thing I don't like about religion is doctrine. I love religion, but I hate doctrine. Doctrine is something I don't like. I just don't know why people use doctrine, and people say that it's rules and regulations. It's the doctrine that is destroying religion.
Coming to the end of the interview, and do you have any advice for the class?
For the class and for viewers of Montana TV and Edis TV, one thing I would want to say is that never give up. Giving up is not an option. No matter how, there is always a next person, there is always a next door. I always say that you keep standing behind a closed door because you choose to stand there. If you walk away from the closed door, you see a lot of open doors. So one thing I don't fear is being fired. Like you say, you are fired. If you fire me, I always say that I came from the house to work. If you ask me to go back home, you're not doing anything. You just telling me that I should have closed. So never fear. Take opportunities. See good in everything. Everything has good opportunities. Every bad thing that happened has had an opportunity. For me, that is what I always say.
Great Fire, your dream country.
I love Ghana.
You're out of the Ghanaian celebrities, you know. Which woman do you have a crush on?
Not really.
In a class, which lady are you crushing on?
I don't want to keep that to myself.
Okay, give us a clue. Just tease us. Give us a clue. Maybe she's tall, she's short,
she's beautiful, she's lady, she's so pretty. She had everything a woman will have. She had everything a man.
But you've not said anything. So, say more. Like, give us a clue.
She's cool. Like, she's cool. Like,
that's the lady you're crashing on.
Yeah, that's the lady I'm crashing on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Start life again. What are some of the things that you would change about yourself?
I don't think that there's any mistake in my current life, because I have come to learn, correct what I didn't do. I have come to meet people I have not maybe met before in previous lives, and start. People will disagree with me because maybe they have no idea, but then it's a learning curve.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do. I have learned a lot about reincarnation. I've died a lot about death. I've learned
Tell us something about death. Like, enlighten us a little bit. Something we don't know about that you know about death.
I haven't experienced it because I've not died before. Is that a lot of people, death itself is a transition from one aspect to the other. You die when your soul is, the body is weak for the soul. So one thing about death is that when people are dying, I've forgotten the right term to use at that point, but giving up the soul is a process. So that's why someone says that have been with a sick patient and the person is struggling to die. The soul is not able to detach from the body because of the presence of somebody.
People say that their greatest fear is death, which I am one of them. What do you say to them?
Death is inevitable, and no matter the circumstance, you are going to die, whether you like it or not.
So Great Fire, anytime you watch your status, Mother
I
Teresa
talk about
says,
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa says, Mother, who is Mother Teresa? How are you related to Mother Teresa? What is happening? What is between you and Mother Teresa?
Everybody had a patron saint. Are you getting it? So the patron saint is one the day you were born has a saint. Just like we have angels for various days. So the day you were born, the month, and everything had a distance. So I discovered that my patron saint is Mother Teresa, who does little thing with much love. I getting it. It was then I realized exactly my personality, that what I used to do and things I do really is conforms with what my patron saint always talk about. So I decided to read more about Saint Teresa, and then I discovered a lot of good things about her, that she had a lot of good sayings. I decided, okay, to always post every day. I have a small statue that someone gave me on my birthday. Apparently the person had been following and enjoying my daily devotional post, and then the person said, I know you really like Mother Teresa, and he got me the small statue, right?
So Great Fire, thanks for coming to Montana TV. We are happy to host you. I hope you have enjoyed the interview. Do you have anything to say, anything in general, to say, any education to give, anything?
I also say thank you for hosting me, though it's one of those things. It's Montana and myself. So one thing I want to say, that people who don't know Montana, we had fought before because he did something I don't like. I spoke about it. He thought I attacked him.
Great Fire. Great Fire. What did I do that you didn't like?
Well, he took a video of myself. I think it was myself and Teresa at the time. He posted it, and I didn't like it because I'm not a camera person. Even this interview I'm doing, I hope that so he took the picture. At least if he had told me, I have a lot of pictures, unaware pictures of Montana. I share with him sometimes. Once in a while when I see them, I share it with him. But it was the first time, and he blocked me. Montana really blocked me.
Oh no, I didn't block you.
I needed him to do something for me. I needed Montana to do something. No. And then I sent him WhatsApp. He didn't go. He blocked me. Then I called someone to tell him tell Montana that I'll send him a WhatsApp. Then he unblocked me, and then we took it from there.
So me, I don't block people.
But Montana is really doing well. I want to urge all of you to subscribe to his channel, Montana TV. Currently, he's the chief technician of Edis TV. He's so good. He's head of content creation in Edis TV, and I think he's really doing good. Like, share, so that we build the brand. Because who knows, tomorrow you will be working at Montana TV as either a presenter, or even if you do just share your stories at him, or freelance at Montana TV. Who knows? Maybe that is what. Just share, like, subscribe, share, and then Charlie, like it, pia, let's share. What I said, like it, pia, let's share. I know one idea about Montana TV.
I'm damn it.